I'm Chance.
And Sam.
And we're here to talk about Game Table Adventures.
Tentative name. We'll
Only
see
name
how it
left.
works. So...
There have been some delays in our series. It would have actually been posted already, but there have been some editing problems, camera problems, scheduling problems.
Life problems. Yeah.
We've got Josh here to kind of help us fill out this video. Josh, why don't you wave your hand in front of the camera, give him a good hello.
Baby bro behind.
13 months.
I know.
Not 13 years.
You're still my baby brother. I don't have any other brothers. Aside from the older one.
I was gonna
13 months difference, people. 13 months, that's it.
It matters.
For a second
It
there,
reminds me every year.
Older siblings, leave it down in the comments, let us know.
For a second there, I thought you guys forgot about Tons, and I was
No.
like,
he's older than me. He can't be my baby bro if he's older.
He's the oldest.
Actually, I think he is among
all of his
both
siblings.
sides of his family.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Big family. Big families, I guess. Anyhow,
Oh, for Tons,
off
anyway.
topic.
Anyways, we're gonna kind of do this in a Q&A fashion, and Mocha is here to support.
Quite unhappily stuck inside. But I felt like we needed a change of scenery. I'm off work during daylight, and this seemed like a really good idea.
Yeah. We've had a lot of things in the pipeline. The channel was originally envisioned as our adventures, both gaming and in real life, and our food adventures, which seems to have kind of taken over the channel a bit.
Look,
we like
wanted
gaming
me to buy
snacks,
food.
right?
So.
We like gaming snacks.
XP and waffles?
Exactly, XP and waffles.
God, I love those movies. Anyways,
If you know, you know.
Josh is going to ask us questions that, in a general Q&A fashion, and we're going to give answers.
So, Game Table Adventures. What is it and what is it supposed to be? Or rather, what is your idea of what you want it to be?
It's literally us gaming.
Usually probably going to be filled out more with TTRPGs or tabletop role-playing games. Mostly probably D&D of some fashion or another. Dog peeking out the door.
Or D20 Universal, personal
some sort
project.
of game like that. Otherwise, it's probably going to be various board and card games. We've got one that's still in the works being edited that is...
well, the first several episodes...
Shoot, what is it?
The Star Wars...
No.
Dead of Winter.
Dead of Winter.
Dead of Winter.
Thank you. But I'm hoping that we'll get some footage up at some point of Betrayal House on the
Betrayal at House on the Hill.
Thank you, because I can't ever remember it. It won't solely be only that. It does have, I have the extension for Widow's Walk, so it's like all of that combined.
And Legacy.
The way that, well, Legacy is a different thing. Legacy is its own ball of wax.
But we have
it's still
talked
the
about...
same game.
But we would like to get footage of both of those. I would also like to get footage...
I'd like to get a new
at some
copy.
point of Legacy, yeah. It's going to be expensive, though, because it's not the cheapest board game. It's, like, ranging, I think, anywhere from, like, $70 to $90. And that's brand new.
And chances
never
are...
play anybody else's set, for lack of a better term.
And chances are, any games described in this Q&A will probably be linked down in the description below. Check it out.
That said, check out the D20 Universal Wiki, link down below. It's the homebrew that we use for, well, we're using for the initial campaign that was debuting. Star Wars, which is simply a campaign setting for D20 Universal. It's a homebrew that was developed by me and my friends starting in high school, and we've just kept it going. recently I've passed it off to some friends who've passed it off to other friends, and you know what? With enough people that are interested in it, I've decided to make a wiki, so link down below.
Still very much in development, so contribute if you want.
We're always looking for more people to throw in. It's a homebrew. That's part of the fun.
Exactly. Outside of that, we're also looking at, Fear of Dracula or card games. Sushi Go is one that we have. Trash Panda is one that he really, really likes.
Cards Against Humanity.
Yes, Cards Against Humanity,
yes,
because
cards.
It never fails to please somebody. And I have a heck of a lot of that. No, it is not. Language is always going to be a factor in our videos. We don't censor ourselves and we don't censor anybody around us. So there's probably going to be foul language and maybe a few slightly to moderately off-color jokes. Outside of Cards Against Humanity, when that comes out on the table, all bets are off. We're gonna offend as many people probably as possible. I think that's kind of the goal, and if you don't play for that end, what are you playing for?
A pyramid of separate heads.
If you know, you know.
Right?
Maybe that's just gonna be our catchphrase, if you know, you know, because
yeah,
all of the pop references,
so many
or
references.
game references, yeah. Just
we also may be featuring games of Magic. Mind you, board games and card games are going to be usually one-off things, not complete series, but they will be part of tabletop adventures.
I'm kind of hoping that Betrayal...
Or game table adventures, my bad.
If we get down to it, I'm hoping that Betrayal will kind of get its own thing started, but I'm not banking on it actually coming to fruition.
I don't think we'd do that unless we get another hard copy of Betrayal Legacy to start that over.
I would love that.
I could see that as a series.
It's again going to be something that's very far off in the future if it happens.
But essentially gaming. Gaming is what Game Table Adventures is about. Our adventures in gaming.
So speaking of adventures, what plans do you have for other adventures going out and about in the world?
Well, we've talked about going to the Mansfield Sanitarium.
Mansfield Prison.
Oh, prison, sanitarium, whatever. Both sound equally horrifying.
I don't know if Mansfield has a sanitarium or
There'll be probably more of me being snarky and irreverent.
Always. We've talked about doing Mansfield. A couple of different local places should, legalities permit. Kind of whatever places that kind of tickle our fancy as far as haunted or paranormal sites kind of go. All of that to be said, it's not necessarily something that's going to be of the highest scientific quality. We don't have a lot of the gear that a lot of other channels have, and I really don't know if it's something that both of us are that interested or super serious about doing.
We also plan to go to the zoo, the aquarium.
Fun places.
Yeah.
Maybe beach footage. I don't know. It all just kind of depends. Probably a lot of haunted stuff, though.
Probably. But no, getting back to Game Table Adventures.
We've recently had a friend come down with COVID, part of life hitting. So currently, part of our game group is out of commission, as it were.
Josh got a new job, so he's not able to continue on our usual Tuesday nights.
And my job may be changing. It's still something that I'm kind of toying with at the moment. If my job changes, then we might have the possibility for a different schedule as far as gaming in and of itself goes. But
upside,
things are kind of up in the air right now.
Well, upside, downside, I'm still disabled, so...
Upside, downside, upside down.
And there'll probably be some videos on that talking about my psoriatic arthritis and some of the stuff that... just kind of personal things I'm working on. But as far as Game Table Adventures, we've been just wanting to get it out there, get people to know it's coming. If you want to play along, so to speak, everything you need to run the same campaigns we're running can be found at the wiki, which will be linked down below, for D20 Universal. We're talking about running, I may be running a 3-5 D&D campaign going forward.
I would really love to do another D20 Modern, but it all just kind of depends on, I think, what everybody else wants to play.
We're kind of up in the air, waiting for the dust to settle. There are episodes coming, probably this next week.
Or the week after.
Or the week after.
Give our editor some time to like breathe for a minute.
But we've got more episodes of Food Adventures, definitely already ready to go. Yeah.
Hopefully some special ones, still waiting for some of that to happen, as it were. But I think,
Well, with that said,
I think that's about it.
keep adventuring.